So good morning from Sherry Forsyth, a life coach in South Africa. I welcome you to this fourth talk in the series on becoming uniquely and powerfully you. Many of the topics are very interrelated, so I'm going to be trying to separate them as kind of a separate topic. However, because we are very integrated and holistic beings, what I speak about the one week will kind of morph into what I speak about the next week. So we started in our first series, we spoke about what inspires you. And I would like to read this quote about inspiration. So we need to start embracing the life that is calling you. Find your calling. Know what sparks the light in you, so that you, in your own way, can illuminate the world. And those words come from Oprah Winfrey. So firstly, we need to know what inspires us and what motivates us. Secondly, we spoke about being authentic. In other words, being the real you, warts and all, which revolves a lot around acceptance of ourselves and others, and not allowing ourselves to be influenced too much by the expectations of the world out there. Because after all, what do they know? Last week we spoke about expectations, and this quote from the tinybuddha.com, I think says it quite clearly. One day it just clicks. Sorry, pardon me. You realize what's important and what isn't. You learn to care less about what other people think of you and more about what you think of yourself. You realize how far you've come, and you remember when you thought things were such a mess and that you could never recover. And you smile. You smile because you are truly proud of yourself and the person that you fought so hard to become. So each week, we're looking at a slightly different aspect that is going to challenge us to be slightly more and better, a better being. And so today we're going to be speaking about our passions and how to really love our life, which means we've got to live according to our passions. One of the best things in life is realizing that you're perfectly happy without the things that you thought you needed the most. And one of those realizations is to step into living according to what we really love to do. So in other words, to be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. And many different things will appeal to different people. We won't all be passionate about the same things, much as society would like it to be that way and tries to drive us all to follow and love the same things. But to live your life according to your passions is to be excited about what you are doing, to make sure that you are spending a lot of your time doing the things that you really love to do. I mean, why wouldn't we? Why would we spend most of our life doing stuff that we don't want to do? And I do understand that sometimes there's a means to an end and we are doing a job that maybe isn't our passion, and I absolutely give you that. But in our spare time and our free time, what we need to do is we need to be doing the things that we really love to do so that we can be really excited about them. And when we're excited about doing things, our enthusiasm comes to the fore. We want to wake up in the morning. We're excited to be engaging in that activity. People like to be around us because we are so much more, on the ball. We're so much more engaged in our lives. So the first thing about living your life in passion is to find out what it is that you really love to do. And many people don't. So don't feel alone if, when I ask the question, so what is your passion or what are your passions? and you have no answer. As adults, we often get totally overwhelmed and overloaded with the responsibility of being an adult. We work hard, we have to pay off our mortgage, we discipline our children, we do the chores, we make sure there's enough food in the house, and the list goes on. We don't necessarily, that's not necessarily our passion to live according to those chores, but we need to live on that, we need part of our life to be that thing, which the previous quote says about what sets your soul on fire. What makes you really excited to be living today? And I'm going to ask you in the comment boxes, whether you're listening to this live or not, to put down what you feel your passions are. You know, what really makes you excited to get out of bed in the day? What is it that over a weekend you absolutely can't wait to do? And that is going to be an indication of what your passions are. So normally we like to, the things that we like to do, normally we're also very good at. So living in your passion means that you're doing something that comes quite easily. You're quite good at what you're doing, you love it, so why wouldn't we be including that in our lives? But let's say that maybe you're not so good. You just really love to do it. What's stopping us from doing that? And generally, it is the fact that we don't feel, it's the old proverbial, we don't feel good enough. So unless we can do something perfectly, we don't do it at all. So I'm challenging you that no matter how good you are or bad you are, if you really love to do something, do it. It'll gladden your heart, it'll uplift your soul, it'll make you feel this actually is really what life is all about. And so I want to challenge you actually to be so busy loving your life that you have no time for the hate, the regret, the fear of failure, the wondering what other people are going to think of you, and all of those limiting behaviors or limiting beliefs that stop us from stepping into what we really, really love to do. And this was brought home to me last night. We went to a live music concert called Music in the Hills in our local village, where you have musicians that are standing up in front of an audience for the very first time, to very accomplished musicians. And what was so evident in every single show, and they usually do a set of about half an hour to 45 minutes each, they were so wrapped up in what they were doing. They were loving every minute of being able to sing their own music or sing cover versions of other well-known songs. And the one girl just said, I don't know about the rest of you out there in the audience, but I'm having the most awesome time. And that's actually what we're after. That at least once a week, hopefully more, you can say to yourself, I'm having the most awesome time doing this thing that really sparks me, that really makes me feel like I'm coming alive. So whether it be off-road racing, maybe it'll be arranging flowers, possibly it might be gardening, might be creative, being artistic. It might be something more passive. You might love to just listen to other people playing music and be inspired by them. So I really want to challenge the women out there. There's a quote by We Are the Clique that says, be the kind of woman that makes other women want to up their game. Okay? Be the kind of woman or man that makes other women or men want to up their game. And I think that that is a really powerful challenge. So in other words, be the kind of person that makes other people want to up their game. In other words, you become a motivator of them or an inspiration of them. And so every day as you're choosing your behavior, which we do, okay, choose from your higher self. Choose the thing that is going to challenge you, and really engage and live your life absolutely to the full. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video on living your life according to your passions. And I ask you that if you have found it valuable, to please share it, to follow me on Facebook, to join my YouTube channel, and to watch the space, because shortly I'm going to be rebranding myself, and I would also ask you to continue to follow me under my new brand. So I hope you have a wonderful week lying forward, and until next Thursday, take care. Bye.